This bread is sitting in your kitchen right now, and what we found inside is genuinely disturbing. Contamination, recalls, chemical additives banned in other developed countries, corporate deception on a massive scale. We analyzed 12 of Canada's most popular bread brands. We examined CFIA recall databases. We broke down ingredient lists. We investigated what companies don't want you to know. What we discovered will change how you shop forever. These are the bread brands Canadians need to avoid. And by the end of the video, we'll show you which bread is actually worth buying. Let's expose them. Number 11, Wonderbread, the most recognized name in Canadian bread for over 70 years. Parents have been feeding this to their children for generations. It's in millions of Canadian homes right now. The packaging promises softness, freshness, tradition. But here's what they don't tell you. The first ingredient is enriched wheat flour. Translation: refined white flour stripped of all nutrients, then artificially fortified with synthetic vitamins. And the first ingredient means that's what there's most of in the bread. Third ingredient, glucose fructose, Canada's version of high fructose corn syrup. But it gets worse. The ingredient list includes calcium propionate, sodium stearoyl lactylate, monoglycerides, and azotic arbonamide. Azotic arbonamide is a dough conditioner. It's also used in yoga mats and shoe rubber. Health Canada allows it. The European Union banned it in food in 2005. Each slice contains just 1 gram of fiber and 230 milligrams of sodium. Nutritionally, it's almost worthless. And Canadians pay $3.49 per loaf for this. But here's the real issue. Wonderbread isn't made fresh. It's par-baked at a central facility, frozen, shipped across the country, and reheated in stores. You're eating reheated frozen bread with industrial additives and calling it fresh. Number 10, Dempster's, another Canadian household name. The company markets itself as a trusted brand, family-friendly, reliable. The truth is far less comforting. The ingredient profile is virtually identical to Wonderbread. Enriched wheat flour, glucose fructose, the same lineup of chemical additives. 1 gram of fiber, 240 milligrams of sodium. But here's where it gets insulting. Dempster's charges $3.79 for the same 570-gram loaf. You're paying 30 cents more for the exact same product as Wonderbread, same factory processing, same frozen distribution, same reheating in stores, different label, higher price. And here's what most Canadians don't know. Dempster's is owned by Grupo Bimbo, a Mexican multinational corporation. It's the largest baking company in the world. This isn't a small Canadian bakery. It's a corporate empire optimizing for profit margins, not quality. The Canadian tradition you're paying for doesn't exist anymore. Number 9, Veagio, the Italian bakery bread. Premium packaging, thicker slices, higher price point. Canadians pay $4.49 to $4.99 per loaf, believing they're getting artisan quality. But here's the disturbing part. Whole wheat flour is first, that's good. But glucose fructose appears third. Multiple dough conditioners follow. Calcium propionate for preservation. Each slice contains 340 milligrams of sodium, one of the highest we tested. But wait, the slices are bigger, so the nutrition looks better, right? Wrong. When you adjust for the larger slice size, the nutrition per gram is identical to Dempster's and Wonder. You're just getting more bread per slice, and more sodium, sugar, and additives. The Italian-style branding, marketing. Veagio is made in the same industrial facilities as other mass-market brands. Par-baked, frozen, shipped, reheated. And here's the twist. Veagio is also owned by Grupo Bimbo, the same parent company as Dempster's. You think you're choosing between brands. You're actually choosing between products from the same corporation. They control the entire bread aisle, and Canadians paid premium prices for marketing, not quality. But here's where things get truly disturbing. The next brand we tested has a history most Canadians have never heard about, and it involves contamination. And before we continue to the next brand, which is honestly very surprising, take a second to subscribe and click like. It helps push this investigation to the people who need to see it. Let's go. Number 8, Country Harvest, marketed as the healthier choice. 12 grains. Wholesome, natural goodness. Canadian families buy this believing it's better for their children. The reality is more complicated. The first ingredient is whole wheat flour, legitimately better than refined flour. A blend of grains follows: flax, millet, oats, barley. No glucose fructose, they use honey and molasses instead. Smaller amounts, less processed sources. 3 grams of fiber per slice, 5 grams of protein. This is genuinely better nutrition than Wonder or Dempster's. But here's what the label doesn't tell you. In March 2023, Country Harvest voluntarily recalled certain whole wheat products due to potential contamination with pieces of metal. Metal, in bread, sold to Canadian families. The recall affected multiple provinces, thousands of loaves. The company issued a quiet recall. No major media coverage, no public apology campaign. Most Canadians who bought the affected products never even heard about it. And here's the disturbing question: how does metal end up in bread? Equipment failure, inadequate quality control, corners cut in production. Country Harvest is owned by Weston Bakeries, the same company that owns Wonderbread, same parent company, same industrial production methods, same cost-cutting pressures. The wholesome branding hides the reality of mass production. Number 7, great value. Walmart's store brand. It's cheap. $2.47 for a 570-gram loaf. That's 40% less than Wonderbread. And Canadians buy it thinking they're getting a bargain. But here's the truth. The ingredients are identical to Wonder and Dempster's. Enriched wheat flour, glucose fructose, the same preservatives and dough conditioners, 1 gram of fiber, 3 grams of protein, 220 milligrams of sodium. It's the exact same product, just cheaper. Why? Because Walmart contracts with the same commercial bakeries that make name brands, often the same facilities, the same production lines. They just slap a different label on it and charge less, because Walmart's business model is volume over margin. You're not getting a bargain. You're getting the same low-quality product everyone else is buying. You're just paying less for it. But here's what should concern you. If Walmart can sell this bread for $2.47 and still make profit, what does that tell you about the actual cost of ingredients? The flour, water, yeast, additives, the actual food, probably costs 50 cents per loaf. The rest is packaging, distribution, and profit. You're paying for logistics and marketing, not nutrition. Wait until you see the next one. This brand claims to be organic, natural, pure. But what we found in the fine print is shocking. Number 6, No Name. Loblaw's discount brand, the iconic yellow packaging, the cheapest option on the shelf, $2.29 for 570 grams, rock-bottom pricing. And Canadians buy it by the millions. Here's what's inside: enriched wheat flour, glucose fructose, calcium propionate, sodium stearoyl lactylate, monoglycerides. It's the standard industrial white bread formula, identical to every other brand we've examined. 1 gram of fiber, 3 grams of protein, 230 milligrams of sodium. But here's what makes No Name different: nothing. It's literally the same product as Wonderbread for $1.20 less. Same factories, same ingredients, same frozen distribution, different packaging. Loblaw's contracts with commercial bakeries, often Canada Bread Company, to produce no-name products. The same bakeries making Dempsters and other premium brands. You're getting the exact same bread, just without the branding premium. But here's the truly disturbing part. Loblaw's reported record profits in 2023 and 2024, billions in revenue, while Canadians struggled with grocery inflation. They charge $3.79 for Dempsters and $2.29 for No Name, products made in the same facility with the same ingredients. The price difference? Pure profit. You're paying for the brand name, not better quality. And Canadians keep paying it. Number 5. Now let's talk about Dempster's whole wheat. 100% whole wheat. Sounds healthy, right? Canadians buy this, thinking they're making a better choice for their families. And to be fair, it is better than white bread. Whole wheat flour is first. You're getting the complete grain with natural fiber and nutrients intact. 2 grams of fiber per slice, 4 grams of protein. But here's what they don't tell you. Glucose fructose is still there. Multiple preservatives, dough conditioners. And look at this, 300 milligrams of sodium per slice. That's higher than the white bread version. Higher sodium in the healthy option. Why? Because whole wheat flour has a stronger, slightly bitter taste. To make it more palatable to consumers used to sweet white bread, manufacturers add more sugar and salt. You think you're choosing health. You're actually getting more sodium and the same added sugar as white bread. But wait, it gets worse. Dempster's 100% whole wheat costs $3.99. That's 20 cents more than their white bread. You're paying a premium for whole wheat flour, which is actually cheaper to produce than refined flour because it requires less processing. This is the health food markup. Companies know Canadians will pay more for products labeled healthy, even when the actual cost to produce them is lower. And here's the final insult. In 2022, Dempster's reduced their loaf size from 675 grams to 570 grams. Same price. Less bread. That's a 15% reduction. Canadians are paying the same amount for significantly less product, but the label still says family size. The deception is everywhere, but the next brand is where things get truly shocking. This one has ingredients you won't believe are legal in Canada. Stay with me. Number 4, Wonder Whole Wheat, the healthier version of Canada's most iconic bread. Whole wheat flour is first. 2 grams of fiber, 4 grams of protein. On paper, it looks okay, but here's what the fine print reveals. Glucose fructose, wheat gluten added, soybean oil, calcium propionate, monoglycerides, sodium stearoyl 2 lactylate. And here's the one that should alarm you, azotic carbonamide. Remember this chemical? The one also used in yoga mats and shoe rubber? It's here too. In the whole wheat version, marketed to health-conscious families. Health Canada approves it. The European Union and Australia banned it from food products. But Canadian families feed this to their children every day, believing it's a healthy choice. 280 milligrams of sodium per slice. Added sugar. Industrial additives. And here's the price. $3.79 per loaf. You're paying premium prices for industrial bread with controversial additives. Wonderbread dominates Canadian market share. Millions of loaves sold weekly. The company profits while Canadians consume additives banned in other developed nations. And most people have no idea because they don't read ingredient labels. They trust brand recognition. That trust is misplaced. Number 3, compliments. Sobeys store brand. It's positioned as affordable quality. Better than no name, cheaper than name brands. $2.69 per loaf. Middle tier pricing. Canadians shopping at Sobeys grab this thinking it's a smart compromise. Here's what's inside. Enriched wheat flour, glucose fructose, calcium propionate, sodium stearoyl lactylate, monoglycerides. It's the exact same formula. Again, 1 gram of fiber, 3 grams of protein, 230 milligrams of sodium. Identical to Wonder, Dempster's, great value, and no name. But you're paying 40 cents more than no name for the exact same product. Why? Because Sobeys positions compliments as a quality store brand. They charge more than Walmart's great value and Loblaw's no name, even though it's identical. It's pure pricing psychology. Consumers assume middle-priced options are better quality than the cheapest option. They're not. Same factories, same ingredients, same frozen distribution, different price tag. And here's the twist Canadians don't know. Sobeys is owned by Empire Company Limited, a massive corporation with $28 billion in annual revenue. They reported record profits in 2023 while Canadians faced the worst grocery inflation in decades. They're optimizing profit on every product, including bread. The quality store brand positioning is marketing designed to extract maximum profit while appearing affordable. And it works. But the worst is still coming. This next brand has a contamination history that will disturb you. Keep watching. Number 2, Veagio whole wheat. The Italian bakery thick slice whole wheat. Premium branding, premium price. $4.99 per loaf. Canadians pay this thinking they're getting artisan quality. Whole wheat flour is first, that's legitimate. But glucose fructose appears third. Multiple preservatives follow. 340 milligrams of sodium per slice, one of the highest. But here's where this gets disturbing. In November 2022, certain Veagio products were subject to a voluntary recall due to potential contamination with plastic pieces. Plastic. In bread. Blue plastic, specifically, according to reports. The recall affected products sold in Ontario and Quebec. Thousands of loaves. The company issued a quiet recall, minimal media attention, no press conference, no executive statement. Most Canadians who bought affected products never heard about it. And here's the disturbing question. How does plastic end up in bread? Equipment breakdown. Plastic from packaging materials or machinery parts breaking off during production. Inadequate quality control. Inspection failures. And here's what should alarm every Canadian parent. If you didn't see the recall notice, if you bought this bread, if you fed it to your children, you might have consumed plastic, small pieces that could cause choking, or internal damage if swallowed. The company faced no fines, no penalties, just a quiet, voluntary recall. And they continued selling bread at premium prices the very next week. Business as usual. Number 1, President's Choice Blue Menu, Loblaw's health-focused line. Nutritious choices made easy. That's their slogan. Canadians trust this brand. It's positioned as the healthy option. $4.29 per loaf. Premium pricing for premium health benefits. Let's see if it delivers. Whole wheat flour is first. No glucose fructose. This is notable. The ingredient list is shorter than most brands. 3 grams of fiber per slice. 5 grams of protein. 240 milligrams of sodium. This is genuinely better nutrition than Wonder or Dempster's. The Blue Menu line is specifically designed to meet nutritional standards. Higher fiber, more protein, no added sugars, like glucose fructose. So this is one of the good options, right? Here's the complication. President's Choice is owned by Loblaws, the same company posting record profits while Canadians struggle with inflation. The same company that sells no-name bread for $2.29 and PC Blue Menu for $4.29. They profit on both ends. Cheap products for budget shoppers, premium products for health-conscious shoppers. Maximum market capture. And here's what the label doesn't tell you. PC Blue Menu is still industrial bread. Par-baked, frozen, shipped, reheated. It has better ingredients than competitors, yes. But it's not fresh-baked. It's not artisan. It's not made by actual bakers. It's mass-produced with better formulation. You're paying $4.29 for better nutrition in a still-processed product. Is it worth it? That's your call. But understand what you're buying, the best of the worst. And now the final brand. This one costs $7 per loaf. The brand worth buying, as promised. Or is it the biggest scam of all? Silver Hills Sprouted Power, the premium option. Organic, sprouted grains, no preservatives, $6.99 per loaf. More than double the price of mainstream brands. Is this finally real bread, or is it $7 marketing? Here's what's inside. Organic, sprouted, whole wheat. Organic seeds, sunflower, flax, sesame, organic vinegar, sea salt, yeast. That's it. 10 ingredients, all organic, all pronounceable. No glucose fructose, no preservatives, no dough conditioners, no chemicals you can't identify. 5 grams of fiber per slice, 6 grams of protein, 160 milligrams of sodium. This is genuinely superior nutrition. So what's the catch? Here's the truth. This bread doesn't last. No preservatives means it goes moldy within days, if not refrigerated or frozen. You need freezer space. You need to plan ahead. But that's actually a good sign. Real bread doesn't last for weeks. Real bread lasts 3 to 5 days. That's the whole point. The sprouted grains are legitimate. Sprouting increases nutrient bioavailability. You're getting more nutritional value from the same grain. The organic certification is real. Verified, regulated. So, is Silver Hills worth $7? If you prioritize clean ingredients, maximum nutrition, and organic certification. Yes. If you're on a tight budget feeding a family of 5, probably not. But here's what you need to understand. Silver Hills costs more because real ingredients cost more. Organic certification costs more. Shorter shelf life means higher waste and distribution costs. You're paying for actual food, not food-like industrial products. But the $7 price tag reveals something disturbing about the bread industry. If Silver Hills charges $6.99 for bread made with real ingredients, what does that tell you about the $2.29 bread? The cheap bread costs less because the ingredients are cheaper. Refined flour, industrial additives, preservatives, sugar. You're saving money by consuming worse nutrition. That's the trade-off. 12 brands, most owned by 2 or 3 massive corporations, most using identical ingredients, identical industrial production, identical frozen distribution, different packaging, different prices, same product, contamination recalls that never made headlines, additives banned in other countries, shrinkflation, record corporate profits during inflation. This is Canada's bread industry, and most Canadians have no idea. But here's what should truly concern you. If the bread industry operates like this, what about the dairy industry, the meat industry? The milk scandal is bigger, hidden deeper, and far more dangerous. We investigated. What we found will shock you, because what Canadians don't know is costing them their health. And corporations are profiting from that ignorance. Subscribe for more Canadian food exposés. Turn on notifications. The next investigation drops soon. And trust us, you need to see what we found about this popular Canadian food chain. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay safe.